Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Rossi. Today we are going to use texture and shape to make some different kinds of animals. Let's get started. What you'll be needing today is a pencil, a marker, or a pen. I'm going to use a regular size Sharpie, and I also have a skinny Sharpie that I'm going to be using. So you want a thicker marker and something that's skinnier. So whether that is a skinny marker or a pen, both would work. Even a colored pencil or a crayon could also work in this case. And then we're also going to need something to color with for our background and an eraser. So we're going to use texture today to make our own springtime animal. So the first one I'm going to do is a bunny, and I will show you guys how to draw that on our paper. I have another option that is a bear on my Canvas page. If you don't want to draw the animal, you can print out the template and just use that. So I have a template up on my Canvas page for a bear, and I also have one for a bunny. I'm going to show you guys the steps to draw a bunny right now if you want to draw that one on your own instead of printing it out and using the template. If you want to draw the bear on your own instead of printing it out and using the template, that is also totally okay. And looking at the template will help you draw that one. So with my pencil, I'm going to start drawing my bunny, and I'm going to start by making a upside down U shape, like a frown line, and that's going to be the top of my bunny's head. After that, I am going to make it come down further and a little curvy on both sides. So I'm bringing it down, and those are going to be the bunny's cheeks, so you can make those nice and big. I'm going to bring that line close to the center, but not all the way, because now I'm going to make a nice big circle. That's like the snout part of our bunny where its nose and its mouth is going to be. So I'm actually going to draw our nose, which is another U shape, and then our mouth is just going to come down from there. Just like that. I am going to separate my face by taking a line from the top and curving it down towards my nose. So like that, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I can add my eyes in this space that I have left over here. And I'm doing like a teardrop shape eye, but you can do whatever kind of eye you want. I'm going to put a little circle in there as the highlight, and then when I'm ready to start coloring, I can color the rest of that eye in. I'm going to add some little eyelashes all around my eyes, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And now my bunny needs some ears, so I am going to take a straight line up from the top of my paper on both sides, and I'm going to bring that all the way out towards the corner of my paper, and then curve it down back towards the head. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side. If you have more room on the top of your paper, you can have your ears going more straight up, but I bent mine to the sides. If you want to bend one down, so it's kind of like it's looking down, you can do that also. And then from here, I'm just making my body for my bunny, so I'm just bringing lines from the sides down towards the bottom of my paper. So now what I'm going to do with my Sharpie is I'm going to go in and trace my whole bunny using my thick Sharpie. And this is going to give me a nice outline that I can work off of as I'm adding my texture. So texture is the word we use to describe how something feels. So something like a bunny would be very soft because it is covered in fur. Something like a rock would be rougher because it has a more bumpy texture. It could be a little scratchy. So when we're working with art, it's sometimes hard to show the different kinds of textures that things have because our paper is usually very smooth and it's always like the same surface. But what we can do is use lines, shapes, patterns, and repetition to create texture or to create some type of different feeling to our paper than the normal flat surface that's fairly smooth. With my Sharpie, I'm actually going to color in my eyes also. And I'm going to go around that little white spot that I left for the highlight as I fill that in. I'm going to do that on this side also. And then I'm going to go in and erase all my pencil lines. And that is my bunny, all traced out and complete. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to separate my bunny into little sections using my pencil by drawing straight lines. And inside these sections, I'm going to make small little lines to add texture so that it looks like my bunny has hair. I don't want these lines to be too close together because I'm going to put smaller lines inside there. If you look at the template that's on my Canvas page, it shows you that these lines are fairly close together. So I'm just going to fill these spaces in using these lines all the way around my bunny. And if you're doing the bear, you're going to do the same thing, where after you draw your bear, you're going to add these lines once you trace it with your thick Sharpie. I'm actually going to put, let's see, we're going to continue this like this, and we'll do big circles on our bunny's snout. Okay, so with my skinny Sharpie, or with your pen, or your colored pencil, or your crayon, whatever you have that's going to work, I'm just going to draw little lines inside my sections that I just made. So I'm just doing small straight lines to fill in those sections that I created with my pencil with hair for my bunny. I want to go nice and slow. I want to keep my lines together, but I don't need them to touch. So I don't need to draw this line through a bunch of sections. We want to do small sections at a time with short lines so it looks like there's more hair. If I did long lines with no sections, then it's just going to look like our bunny has this crazy, crazy long hair. And that's not what we're going for. So same thing with your bear. With your bear, you're just drawing small lines inside each section to fill those in. If you're using one of the templates that's on my Canvas page, it is already drawn for you, so all you need to be doing is going through and filling in each section with these little lines like I'm doing now. For the center part of my bunny, where I have these round sections that I created, I'm just going to follow those all the way around by making my lines in a little circle. So instead of going straight across, I'm following the shape of this circle to make my straight lines all the way around. I'm going to do the same thing in that next smaller section. And then again in the middle, I'll just add a few in here. Just like that. And now my bunny has all of its texture, so it looks like it's furry. Now in the background, I want to create a little springtime background scene. So I'm going to use some markers, and I'm going to create some flowers. So you can draw yours in pencil first. I'm just going to go straight in with my markers, and I'm just going to draw some straight and wavy lines in the background. So I'm not going through my bunny. My bunny is not see-through, but I'm just making some stems with a green marker. I'm going to add some grass by doing little short lines with my dark green marker, I'm going to add some leaves to my stems with my dark green marker. Now you can draw whatever you'd like in the background. Your background does not have to look like mine. I'm going to add a sun up in the corner. Again, I'm not coloring over my bunny, going around it because I want to leave my bunny white. And that is my bunny all complete. So I colored in my background as best as I could with my markers. I filled in my bunny with small lines to create texture, and by leaving the bunny white, it really pops off of the paper since the background is colored in, so I think I'm going to keep mine white. Like I said, on my Canvas page, I have templates for the bunny if you don't want to draw it. I also have a template for a bear. If you don't want to do a bunny, you can use the bear template, and you can either print those out and draw on your texture lines, or you can draw one from looking at it. Once you are finished, be sure to take a picture of your project and share it with me on your Google Doc. I can't wait to see what you make. Have fun, try your best, and get creative. Bye!